following is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 1. The defending March Madness champion will now have a fairy tale to write. T1 is a new major. It may stick, it may go, but anything goes when you're a knight in the shining armor. But we're not talking twilight or nightlight. We're talking the bright light at the break at high noon. We're close, an hour away. And for one of these two warriors, who will come out on top? We started off with the legend Nick. He moved to the legend class for a reason. He got that big trophy that said March Madness. And now we enter February in 2026 looking for that redemption. Along comes a challenger in J Money. He's got some cash, but can he cash the checks to the castle at the nearest avenue on his favorite drive? We're about to find out, because not a lot of people know who he is, but mystery draws company and success leaves clues for a reason. Let's find out if he's got what it takes to take down the defending champ. Hello everybody and welcome to Fairytale February, day number 2. We have an insanely packed slate. If you were watching the pregame show, a 7-pack, 7 heaven on a super Saturday. We'll see how this goes. We're going to start it off with, of course, a little Northeast, Mid-Atlantic battle of New Jersey versus Ohio. And then J Money. Let's go to that bracket, and let me tell you something, folks. This is a big one. If J Money gets the upset, it would be the first upset of the tournament. He'll be on the road again to play Yoshi. If Nick wins, we've seen Nick and Yoshi battles in other leagues. That'd be an interesting battle in this league if we do get that. And of course, the match preview, it's pretty simple. J Money coming off a great season last year, was your T2 tournament winner back in D2. April Airwave, I believe. April Airwave was the tournament, and he got the job done. No, Archery April. I'm sorry, Archery April. I'm thinking of 24. Good memory, but too good memory. But anyway, he got the win last year in T2. Nick, of course, your March Madness champion, made Super League. We know what he can do. We know where he's been. He's been there, done that, as he said in the pregame show. Looking forward to it. Let's take you on to the scene. We already know the schedule. Joining me is going to be short. I want to say thanks to Short for stepping in. Lamas, of course, Couldn't be here today, but he'll try to be here, or well, hopefully he'll be here. Couldn't be here today. And of course, Jay Caesar now will be the ref, so we did a little role reversal. I'll go to Short here, and then I'll ask Jay Money the question, because we already got Nick. Short, this is an interesting one. It's been calm. It's been really calm. All chalk. Your hands are all chalky. Nothing really to write home about in terms of upsets or even game sevens or anything dramatic, other than that one game in with Yoshi Pikachu Llamas Allen that wasn't even streamed. It's been a clean day, or a clean yesterday. What will today bring, and what's your thoughts on these two? Because not a lot of people know about J Money, but Nick said he's watched his D2 course, and out of all the D2 promotees, this is the one guy I know personally. So this is going to be an interesting one. Thoughts on this?
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. Obviously, yesterday was very chalk. We're looking to see if we can sniff a first upset of the tournament today. J Money, the third rookie to hit the table here in Division 1 in 2026 for the first time. Going to be an interesting one. Nick obviously trying to be the first defending T1 winner to go back to back. We haven't seen that happen yet. And J Money obviously trying to get on the horse here. Obviously had a good season last season, finished top 10 in 2 tournaments, but wasn't able to get his feet under him in the Division 2 championship, falling out of the double elim format. So this is really kind of, and that's really goes for anybody in this league and this moment. This first round is really getting that first step forward is key to really setting the tone for your season, and we're going to see who's going to be setting the tone here today.
Well, let's get to the man of the hour here that didn't get that pregame show in. We'll ask Jay. Jay, welcome to D1, buddy. Obviously, reminds me a little bit of Acosta, ironically, because we talked if you were down here in D2, it would have been, that's it, retirement. Now you come up here, fresh start, fresh slate, ready to go, ready to roll. Your thoughts on playing Nick, the defending T1 winner, and really you got, in a way, it reminds me of just house money. Nothing to lose, everything to gain when you play somewhere this stature. What do you got to do to take care of business on the table and also keep things tight-lipped to the chest?
All right. I've never been one to speak much on my strategy. I like to keep that kind of tight sealed away in my brain and ready for the game. I will say it's a different league, I'm hoping I'm ready for this. I think I am. It's nothing really different, seeded number 15. I remember when I won the T2 tournament in D2, I was seeded number 15, and my first round was against I believe the number 2 seed as well, or maybe the number 1. And I'm ready to maybe repeat that. So let's see where this goes.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one because you never know when you have that mystery. I just said in the opening, mystery draws company, but it also draws a lot of clues. So we'll see what the clues will be here today. Caesar's going to be our ref, and then Short's going to be commentating, controlling the scoreboard. Let's get to those most famous words. We already got Nick's pregame thoughts, so we're ready to roll. Nick, it's your call, buddy. Welcome back to T1. Welcome back to your home, in a sense. What are we going for game 1, buddy? Whoa. Well, it's funny. We didn't see a lot of this yesterday. Jay, you good to go?
Jay Caesar.
Oh, boy.
All right. Well,
Jay?
I'll see if he comes back.
Oh, yeah, Jay taking a little bit of a break. We'll just put that in. We'll see.
Good luck, gents.
We'll start it off with the +4. I got to say right here, Short, one thing I always notice when it comes to these players that are coming in from D2, they have a little bit of experience, of course, with this new rule with the Cup, but he didn't play the Cup, right? He's just here, coming off the island, right? Taking that fresh off season, coming off the boat, and now not a lot of people know him. Those are the issues with that's a great recipe for an upset. That's the issue sometimes when you don't have a read. You got to be careful. As what a way to start the game, right? Nick flexing on J Money, playing his own card.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. But I mean, I also mentioned the fact, I'll go back to the comment that he made about playing from that low seed line.
Double
He did
day.
play from the 14 last season in that tournament winning run. So it'll be interesting to see how if he feels better in that spot, because I'm just checking something, make sure I have this right. Yeah, like he was able to be kind of come out of the woodwork, because last season he didn't play T1, so he was a bit lower down, and he really caught some people off guard, but everybody was watching out for him, and it'll be interesting to see if he can kind of replicate that kind of success in Division 1 in a similar spot, but this is a whole different ball game, as we all know.
Half off special from J Money into the Coach Riders, who we'll see tonight. Classic 8 o'clock match, 7:10. We talked about this from the pregame too. Nick knew that Jay would play close to his chest into his drip 0. Sometimes when you play close to your chest, will there be nerves? Will there be tension on the opening cards? And not really seeing that. We have seen a lot of games so far this entire tournament. It's only 5 games deep. Just roll into this color and then roll out of it. So we'll see who rolls out of it. We saw the little early switch. We'll see if we see more light switches, as Lamas' narrative was yesterday. As Jay just texted me, he's going to be picking up some lunch. No problem, Caesar. Enjoy that lunch, buddy. Sure, we'll do double duty, I guess. Enjoy that lunch, man. All right, we'll see what Nick's going to do right here. Into the Stingray 5 goes Jay Money. Let's see what he's got dialed up right here. Looking for a possible... All right, he's going to go a 1-down special into Coach Rogers. And there's Jay Money going to go with the ISO play, trying to get Nick to say, you got any blue, let's test it out. And that's what a lot of players do here, Short. And I think he understands you got to play that 2-color, go back and try to ISO.
Definitely. Let's see how that'll go, but Nick can play his own 9.
Nick came ready. He came ready. And most of these guys come ready to the party. They come ready and they got extra plans.
Yeah. Trying to muddy the waters a little bit with that yellow, that jump to yellow there. And there's a ditto.
Well, I did. I mean, look at both guys have flexed their own cards in a way. They both have done their blue 8. And not to forget to mention that. Blue 8 and 9. New card for Jay. Got the blue 8.
Now we're going to green. There's the Brian.
There's the Brian 9. And Brian had probably one of the better preseasons, ironically. Here comes Jay Money as we continue to run into this numbers game, as we are just straight up numbers. Of course, less +4s with the +4 start. So that's one less option. That's the only ammo that's been played. The bot has more ammo played than the guys right now. That will change shortly. Nick now looking to see if he can run this back on this green. And he will. Stays in it, Wrigley. One thing we forgot to mention is it's partially my fault, but we really didn't go over the new cards yesterday, so we're taking a little bit of this opportunity to go over that, a little bit of that pregame as we go down to another new card in terms of maybe not still ratting, but now it's Thunder with the new profile pick.
Got that G3. Yeah, we also talked about it, and we also hit on that in the reveal show. All the preview graphics have the new cards on them.
And there's a triple play from Nick. He's going to put Jay Money in the first compromise spot.
Closing on the new Taco Yellow 6.
I don't know, man. This is interesting here because the bot's really showing not much ammo for both players right now. So you wonder, is that going to be an Eli or an Allen or a Chomix style split ammo read? Or does Nick just run out? Let's see. That'll be the test moving forward. See how Jay evolves and adapts to this. Here comes Jay Money looking to potentially stop it. He's going to go for the switch into the Sam for 6, and that will open up Pandora's box. Short.
It will indeed. That's about 5.5 minutes down here.
Pace is not too bad. I'd say not super fast, but not uber slow. So definitely more of that middle pace as we go to red. As yeah, does that.
Red's in the building.
You know it's red when he does the red stop.
Yeah.
Now the question is going to become here: with J Money going to red short, did he undercut potentially a move from Nick that had a yellow finish or something, or is this enabled to run? It's not really. Looking at this table, we haven't seen much ammo at all, if anything, other than those reverse skip metas, which is just half of that right now. You're wondering if there is something built up. ALP talked about built up runs and tsunami style waves. We'll see how that continues here. Is J Money going to load up and potentially stop the momentum from Nick? Loading up, taking his time, looking to fire away. He's going to go to the KT Wild.
Dang.
Trying to play Nick ISO ball. Let's see if Nick comes prepared, or is that just an inevitable too good of a finish to end it? Let's see. Oh, that's too good of a finish to end. That's game.
Wow.
Yeah, I believe it or not, that enabled finish. You got to think about it, short. That enabled the finish. That red switch. Jay, ultimately, you made the switch to red. That enabled him to finish it. Could you have maybe played a little bit cleaner on the colors, or do you think that was just a case of, man, got to feel out his style, and now you got the data for game 2?
I really didn't have much going for me there, to be honest. And I just needed to feel out what he's thinking. So
Gotcha. Yeah, keeping it tight-lipped as always. Nick, pretty much a plan A. Legit a plan A. You didn't draw. No one drew. It was plan A for both sides. Was it a case you beat him to the punch there, or do you think it was a case of a couple switches worked in your favor and you're able to run it down and win games in the past like that always?
Just had a little bit more working out for me there. Happy with the result. Hoping to keep it going.
That sounds good. And Jay Caesar's back in the building from his lunch. That's good, or at least got the lunch.
Got the lunch.
So we'll have him. Sure, your thoughts on a pretty classic plan. I didn't see anything.
Yeah,
Really,
I mean, it was a bit of. I mean, it was 650. It was like a more long drawn out plan A, but granted, it also was a sender
Pace,
start.
yeah.
But yeah, Nick did well. Even though J Money didn't have much as he said, but like Nick also did a good job at maybe throwing him off. I talked about muddying the waters earlier. Making that jump to yellow from the blue and being able to cross back and having those cards on the back end, basically just trying to throw him off a little bit, but ultimately, again, that switch to red was all he needed. Although it would have just been one turn later, depending on what the get back would have been for J Money had Nick not been able to get rid of that red 2 when he did. So ultimately, yeah, plan A, not much J Money could have done. He said he didn't have much. We'll see how things go if J Money can come up with some ammo here in game 2.
All right, we'll go to Nick. Nick, your call buddy on the start. Jay is back in the Caesar. I should just say Caesar because we have 2 Jays now. Caesar will be the ref, so we'll get it going here. What are we thinking?
1 down.
I'm interested in this because that's going to do it for Nick if we get to a game 7 on the full send, and if he wins this one, a 14. So you wonder if he's playing a little bit of different style. Maybe go upper tier, and try to steal one of those lower tier starts that J Money can do. But J Money at the same time, sure, he could say, you know what, nothing's working on the upper tier. How many times is really the 2 guys that I saw yesterday do that 5-6 strategy? Cap's known for it, but Allen tried it, and even to an extent, I think Janet tried it yesterday as well. It just didn't work out. So something to keep in mind if you want to go take the risk, as we started off with the skip here and Leah and Red. And there's Allen. Speaking of Devil.
Yeah, there you go. He popped into the post game a little last night.
Did he keep clean at least? Please tell me.
Yeah, he was fine. He was fine.
Thank God.
Yeah. Said he was good. Dropped his thoughts on didn't have it against Lamas yesterday. He looks forward to tournament 2 as we go to green.
I think that'll reason why it's easier to swallow a loss now, especially this year. You got 3 games coming up.
I think that is something he mentioned. Yeah.
When you have 3 games come, this is not the end. In the past, you go 0-1. Oh boy, not the end of the world anymore. You have 3 more games to prove it next tournament, so it's going to make things a little bit more of a unique season compared to the past.
It's
And also, if
MRU
you're really
no
looking,
feast week in March.
if you're also looking long term, thank Columbus win in the season, because all it's going to take is maybe 3 or 4 good wins, and you can get into that in season bracket. Anything goes there. So there's a lot of opportunity this year compared to the past. If you go, heck, 0-3.
Exactly.
Comes Nick now. He's going to run into it with the Yepes 7, and right now, we talked about those early switches. This time, Nick being the aggressor on the switches, trying to get Jay money off his game. Here comes Jay though. Reminder: there is no game, there is no milestone, no celebration. This was just one of the classic. You won a tournament from last year, defending tournament winner. Welcome to the stream pack. We'll have actually a lot of those things.
2
Jay
tournament
Caesar and
winners
Red.
as well. Both tournament
Jay.
winners.
Yep. Jay Caesar and Red again. Not really a milestone game. That was the promoters picking and went. Now I say promoters were the commission team promoters pick, and then of course Ed and Rogers as well. One of those promoter picks of we think that's going to be a good game, so we put it on stream.
Yeah. Of course, yeah. Jay Money, one of 3 tournament winners in DT last year, because you had 4 tournaments. My Hell won 2 of them. He'll be on tomorrow morning. Good luck, KT, with that one. And then obviously we had Luke yesterday, who didn't have a good showing to start his D1 career.
Yeah, it'll be a hell of a time. But we'll see how that one goes. G1 into Aria. Reminded me of that Final Four we did as we go to Brock, where we had to play, 3 games in 30. That's still the craziest Final Four turnaround ever. And back to Aria from Jay.
Yeah, that was a wild one.
Shout out Ashley, shout out Cap to appear on that one.
Absolutely, yes.
Well, now we'll see what Nick can do. He's once again going to be tested. Does he have more green at the party? Because Jay Money is really good with those double ISO plays on the numbers. And this time, it does work for Jay Money. But the question is, can he play the right number? Because Cap's in the building. See what Nick will do. Does he want to go for the switch? He's just going to keep drawing. Here comes Jay Money. Can he finally run? He's going to go. Oh, he's going to enable himself. Okay.
That's not his kind.
To Peter from Cap. Happy birthday, by the way, to Captain. Happy 24th to Cap.
A good birthday present yesterday.
Had a good bro. And I think the only person that ever had a chance to win on their birthday was James Ellison. He should have had it against Pratt. Yeah. That was T3 24. 1 day short. Happy birthday to Cap. Wish him the best. He's enjoying a weekend in Latvia. We'll go to the Red 9 now to Alan from Nick. And here comes Jay Money looking for a double. He's going to do the classic play, too. The classic just old bot 2 style.
Double, triple, maybe. Maybe a quad.
No, he's going to go with the KT.
Again?
Okay.
So it didn't end well the last time he threw it on the KT Wild. Nick had the quad finish. Obviously, he's sent him back already, so it's okay in that respect.
I'm not sure if this is a split ammo play or potentially just a case of just trying to run it down and be the aggressor. We saw that yesterday, ironically, the pump and dump. Unfortunately, we saw the pump and dump from James Ellison.
The lack of ammo control is the better term.
Okay, so Nick's going to cross over to the green wild. Now the question is, does Jay Money have a split ammo run and finish it? And this is just no point. Null and void here. Let's see. Otherwise, this would be an interesting wild, because I don't think Nick's got a lot. He's trying to salvage the game right here. Comes Jay, looking to load up here, taking his time. We go from KT to Seth. Yeah, I got to think right here, Short. If you're Jay Money, you had a potential winner on blue, unless you have a +4 to connect. You wonder if that could play a role into the strategy right here. Because Nick's just going to throw the kitchen sink, say, go back to green, play ISO at the worst. Here comes Jay. Let's see if it's over with that +4 enabler.
Yeah, exactly.
No. All right, so now Nick can play this this out, and if he's got some double cash, I call him, double numbers on him with the green, that could be beneficial. Let's see. comes Nick now. He's a long way back, but it could absolutely close up down to a possession or two within a second. As that geotyping?
Yeah, it is.
Interesting. He'll be on in about 45 minutes here with Brad. Of course, that game will be potentially caught up on. Here we go. Here comes a quad play. Into Lara, into Gold, into Yoshi, into Toasty, into Eli for a quintuple. And now, just like that, what did I say? It closed up down to 1.
If we do roll into that game, I'll take ref duties back over because JC's over here's got to do that.
No problem. We'll go to the blue 7 now. So that's exactly what J Money needed into that blue. Can Nick cross back over, though? We've seen this with triple sevens, quad 7. We've seen this, the numbers game. Guys have similar numbers or pick it up, and it can go crazy, but Nick will not do that and just roll with the blue. Now is this where J Money strikes here on the blue? He got no return on that. It was just a classic reverse skip meta play. So that's the key thing to know. No return on the cards. Because he still was there when he had that blue wild.
Just behind by 1. Almost 2. There's
no,
2.
Just going to play it cool. The bot kind of tripped me out there with the 5-5, 5-5 combo with the level up.
Too many 5s.
Yeah.
I like.
We'll see him later
better.
today. We'll see him today, man. JT. We'll see if he can get back on the horse with his it's going to be a tough one. You got Acosta in the dream region. The dream himself has seen the dream. That'll be something to watch.
We all know that. I think is it not universally understood that JT is probably the most likely 16 seed to win out of any of them.
Absolutely. Yeah. Here
Yeah.
comes J Money loading up, looking to call the Uno and possibly close it out here with the trip play after the blue save. Let's see if that's correct on the read. And Short, I will drop the mic on that. Jay, you like that one, buddy? Like that read?
I love it, dude. I love it.
Drop the mic, baby.
Oh my god.
Where are those holsters in the gun? Anyway, regardless, Jay, great win right there, buddy. Reed was pretty clean. Did you kind of sense too when Nick did that desperate play with the green wild? It was more of just a lack of better word, just bide your time, stay mentally focused, forget the gameplay. How are you able to stay mentally focused? How are you able to keep your heart rate down? How are you able to keep your vitals in check to make sure you just didn't want to rush it? I saw you do a 2-card play too. Try not to go for the 4 baggers. Don't mess anything up. Thoughts on that?
I'm keeping it slow. Make sure I'm not making any mistakes because, heart rate isn't down. It's up. But the mental though, just kind of like I said, keep it slow. I felt a little worried when that happened, but taking a look at my hand, nothing really changed, and I saw the road ahead was clear.
Cleared and clear all day. Nick, is my assumption right in the sense that green wild was more of a play to say, hey, test it out, see if he didn't get anything on green? You made the right read, right? But then you went for the 5-bagger. Did you have a potential way to have a double number, or do you think ultimately it was you were a sitting duck because he had something similar to your game 1 in return? Talk me through the strategy on that green wild.
It was the right read, just got unlucky with how things played out. Not going to hang my head too low on that one. Just looking forward to the next one.
Keeping it short, sweet. Yeah, sure. Right now, I think both guys know that they have a feel for each other. When you play high stuff, high tier, high cards, you're going to get a read. We saw yesterday a lot of the games, we didn't see full senders to start the game. And when you don't see that, it's harder to get a read of any kind. So the fact that we're not getting that read, or we're getting that read today, is a different vibe compared to yesterday. What does J Money got to do to stay in the game, and how has Nick approached this 2 games? Because I think on the split the high tier starts not the worst thing in a best of 7, especially 4 and 5 more games to go potentially.
Yeah, splitting the high tier definitely not a bad start. Now it's a best of 5. I'm interested to see because let me just check something. Yeah, we had a couple self-draw. So really, we had a plan A game 1. I would say it's maybe an A.5 maybe for this game 2. It kind of all fell into place. Obviously, Nick was able to wipe out that deficit pretty well and pretty quickly. So it'll be interesting just to see how that goes the rest of the way. If we start to see it go a little bit deeper, or we can kind of stay on the surface of Plan A, 0.5, maybe a Plan B.
We'll see if that Plan B will happen. J Money, first time I'm gonna give you that call, man. Ever in D1. What are we thinking? We're just gonna keep it going down 1. All right. So that's interesting. Short. We're just Caesar, you good? Oh boy. Well, Caesar,
We're sending here. We're sending, kind of.
Yeah, OG full send. Jay Caesar sending on that lunch, of course, having a great time with that. We'll see now into the birthday boy himself, keeping it going down 1. I gotta say, Short, this has been an eclectic start to say the least right now. Very eclectic, very composed, very uber, not aggressive, but uber controlled.
Oh,
as we go into that duo card.
100%.
Sure.
Very eclectic. Yes, eclectic. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Um,
we'll keep it going.
There's your combo G6. That's what we call the Euro combo.
With the Euro step, right? We'll see if the Euro step package, actually, the Euro step package today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
Also, I really want before I get any further, I want to shout out the team. We were supposed to have this new scheduling feature where I'm supposed to be on the sidelines. Somehow we've cooked a round 1 in 5 days. The actual heck, it's amazing.
Believe it?
Yeah, so we've now stepped the bar even higher. We talked about KT not trying to go to bar too high. Oh, now you guys have stepped it up. That's on you. That's great to see, though. We go into another duo card. We'll start it off with the Evan and Mark right there into Arya to Brian, keeping it clean. Now, for the first time all series, we haven't really switched early. Let's see if that changes as we go back to Arya. Keep in mind, the first one to switch sometimes can control these games, as Lamas and I were saying, but it could also backfire. There's no Lamas just DM me. It's perfect.
What's that?
He said, whoops, I dozed off after I ate breakfast. That's fine. Classic.
Come on, Jay Caesar. Come on, Jay.
Where is Jay?
As long as you ref that 12:30, man. That's all that matters.
No, that's Lamas.
Oh. He's on the sheet for reffing Brad Geo, it's saying. Is it Lamas?
For what? For what game?
Brad Geo. Or were you talking about Lamas? Oh, my fault. I thought you were talking about Caesar.
Reffing. No.
Jay's reffing. No. Sorry, I didn't catch that.
No. Jay's eating the lunch.
Jay's eating the lunch, yep.
All right, we'll go to the Yellow 7 Pikachu who took the L yesterday, but we'll look to bounce back come March. Now Jay Money was in that draw city. We have one thing short, not many draw cities so far. We've had a pretty clean game on that. Not many self-card draw, a lot more rapid pace and fire.
Yeah, it's similar to Yoshi Pikachu that we played Witness to yesterday.
And now Nick will go to his own flex right here into the B9.
Yeah,
we have switch.
Yeah, like Plan A has been kind of the name of the game, at least on stream so far, this tournament. And at least early on, it's how it's going as well.
Into the B2 to Brad. We'll see him soon. Here comes Nick. What has he got in the back end? There's a double play. Starting it off with Cody Smart and Andy. Jay Money looking to fire back here. He so far was the one to switch, and he will go to Monkey Boy. See if Nick's got no more yellow. Let's find out. No, but he's got the red 3. He's got the 3. Brings back memories, Vapor, Seth, and H of the old days.
3 on the board. Do I
Jay
hear
Money
skills?
now. We'll see if we get a skill. But Jay, I think, is going to look for something different here, I got to say. He's going to look for a potential icer here, or maybe use some of that ammo if he's got to get Nick off his game. Got a feeling. Got to stop momentum. We've also seen it as a trend. Stopping the opponent's momentum, whether it be a switch or a 4-bagger or a 5-bagger, to get them back and strategically play has been something to watch. He's really taking his time here, sir. We'll see what this play will be.
Yeah.
Maybe back to blue. We'll see. He's trying. You never know. He could go back to blue or yellow to play ISO ball too. But this would be a deep run.
Ooh. Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
We talked about this, man. That's a
double
mistake.
double and. The double
Yep.
and between the red and the blue skip, if it wasn't clear there. That's tragic.
That could have been a really big point. Now I'm not sure what to think here. It's either a draw or just play the green card. You had.
Unless
We
had
talked
some
about it. He
more
was
there.
doing a great job with just the 1-2 card plays. I think I would have still did the 1 or 2 card play because I just
Well-
don't think Nick's going to throw a power play right now on
Yeah,
defense.
so
Too early
that's
for that.
2 card. Yeah, so you would have been down to 4. Guess we'll see what he has on the if it's just a number at the end of this. Oh, Clay in the
That's a
building as
rookie.
well.
Well, yeah, of course that makes. Oh,
Yeah.
well, let's see. He might get away with this still.
Wait. Oh, can he get his
Well,
way?
no, no, he can't.
Okay, yeah, this was a run to the finish. So now can Nick take this was a run to the finish possibly, or at least to check.
It was a
'cause-
check, yeah.
Yeah,
red,
because
blue
he's
skip,
down
yeah.
to 3, missed 2. Yeah,
Check.
there's one. Yeah, it would have been check. Yep. So
It probably could have been a run to the finish if he had maybe a power play, but then again, that would have been a decision you have to make earlier.
yeah,
We saw Yoshi do that yesterday really
Yeah.
well. He didn't want to give the opponent all those cards and
Yeah,
have a chance to
exactly.
fire, but now he's gonna have a chance here, Nick.
yeah. J Money maybe wanting to save it for a clutch moment potentially, which is not a bad thing. Nick just
Well, at
gonna
this
play it
rate,
cool.
now- smart thing. The only way this doesn't work if Jay's got the 2. Or he's got another +4. Oh, what? Oh no, he had oh my god, he had it! Nick with the call out.
Oh my goodness. Wait.
I called the read again. That was ridiculous.
Skull
I called the read
emoji
again.
indeed. J Money, if all he had to do, if he just chained all 3 of those cards together in one message.
Yeah, but it's psychology, man. When you see you mess up that first
Oh, I know,
time-
I understand that, but if he had he had to have that Uno call in there. Or put all 3 together, and that was game. Goodness.
Short for now. We're not going to explain what Jay's doing. Anyway.
Yeah. And also Nick is in comeback territory here. After that.
You'll have to make note of that. You're going to have to make note of that because
Yeah, that's a 21.
20.
21. 21.
No, 20.
Or no, 20. I'm sorry.
Well, we'll see. Maybe it doesn't matter anyway. Could you imagine? Well, this would prove certain people that with the call out. Let's see what he gets on the call out. Because everything is in his favor. It's just mental. We talk about mental errors, and you gotta keep those composed.
Absolutely. This is a tough one here. He's just going to play the 1.
Well, now at this rate, I think Nick knows and understands you can't just play a card regularly. He's going to have something to fire back because now you don't know those cards anymore. Let's see what he'll fire back. Again, though, it's not the worst thing in any silver line. A lot of the +4s and +2s were used, so what ammo return did Nick get will be the question. But I agreed, though. It's once again, got to clean up those mistakes. We talk about it. Didn't play anything for a while, and we don't play anything for a while. That rust could definitely come back to haunt you. We'll see if it does here.
He's really and this is what you have to do when you get saddled with these kind of cards and having to make a move. Is he's sifted through that hand of 20, trying to figure out the best path to success.
Yeah, we saw this a lot with the timeouts yesterday with Luke. But those were different type of timeouts. Those were just. I think he was just fighting tooth and nail. Cap had at one point all 4 +4s. That was a sit and duck moment, but this one's a little different, I think. Eight-minute game here. Right now, you look at this table and the stats here. It's definitely been a game where J Money has had everything in terms of control, cards, but again, mental mistakes. We always talk about that. It's the X factor. While we wait for that play, by the way, and well, we did have a play.
There it is. Just
I was gonna say you could go for the Peter on Jack. Okay.
Okay, I think he's daring him. He's daring him.
Or he may not have anything.
Yeah, that's possible.
+4 kicker on the call would be ridiculous, but you never know.
That would be at that point. What at that point you throw your hands up.
What? Oh man. Yeah, Nick's too good with that, man.
Yeah.
That was a good kicker on the call out, man.
Oh my god.
That's the crazy part.
I have no words. It could, yeah, it's possible.
Okay, that one. Okay.
If I were Jay Money, I wouldn't have given that up. But
nah, it's kind of funny. A guy stays tight.
yeah, I wouldn't have let that info roam free. But you know, I'm not gonna.
I ain't gonna question you.
I ain't gonna question. And if he had, yeah, like you said, he plays it close to the vise. If he is fine with letting that fly, then that's fine.
Yeah, we're aware of 21 card comeback. Cody Smart, appreciate that, buddy. Thanks,
yeah,
man.
Got it. And now a draw. What's that? Self draw? What is that?
Not sure on that one.
Wow.
Into the Nick 9, of course, his own card with the flex. Now Jamin drawing back. You know, now Nick's got a lot of momentum here, short. Even though it doesn't seem like a lot, he's got a lot of momentum in terms of now Jay's stalled out and he can run. That gap could shrink any minute. And now Nick will go into red here. So he's trying to play a two-color strat with the red and blue skip we saw earlier. So that's interesting. Into the red 7 now. Into Eli, down to Stack, who we saw earlier in the pregame. Back to background. Now Jay Money again has weathered the storm, getting back into that red zone territory. Now Nick, well, he's going to have an option here, short, because there's +2s available in this color. There's a lot of options with red compared to, let's say, if he was in blue or even to an extent green, because we've seen more numbers and action in blue and green. But with red +2 is wide open. That's who's got him. That's going to be the key.
Yeah. Wondering where he needs to go here.
Plays it cool. Jay Money's out, so that gives Nick a lot of hope right here, short, to play ISO ball, and that's the key now. If you have double numbers, you can stack them, and you start to build that gap to where it's a closer game, because he's within 9 possessions compared to, let's say, 18, 20 earlier. Jay needs to get a switch here, and he can't get it, and that's big for Nick. He's continuing to run these cards into Sanford in the red, not rushing too much. Into the G6, there's the Euro step combo. Gio and Joel.
Indeed.
Nick looking to fire back now on the green. Does he have a chance to cross over back to red with a double number or some reverse skip meta? That's the beauty with reverse skip meta, too. If it's there, it's there. Loading up, taking his time. What's going to be the play? Short, am I not a genius or what, buddy?
Golly.
He's playing that ISO ball, and I think if for Jay Money...
Time reads, golly.
I think for Jay Money, he's got to hope to have a backdoor wild. It's his only shot. Let's see. He's got to also, if he has something, he's probably going to take his time on this. Oh, he got the back door.
Oh.
The +2.
Oh, my God.
Is that a finisher, though? Ridiculous reads.
Jay Money needs to make sure he gets the call.
Okay,
there you go. There we go.
Well, now at this
rate, that's the key, though, is getting that call in there.
Now at this rate, if I'm Nick, you throw another wild in red. You would think that'd be the move. Unless this would be a crazy thing, is if you trust that you have card history. I mean, unless you trust the double number, I think the move here is going to be a wild into some type of, or reverse skip meta. Reverse skip meta is also something to keep in mind. Hard to say how this game isn't over yet. Nick is definitely really the thing that's kept him in is his table awareness. That's the only thing, because right now he's getting outlucked here. There's not even a doubt on that. Great top decks for J Money. Insane top decks.
Yeah, he's had great top decks, but he might come away with this, but he's got to clean that up if he wants to come away with the series, because he has had several opportunities to close this out, and he's fumbled those away by missing that Uno call. So it's good for him to get that one in there. He needs to start making sure he's on top of that, because if he's not going to come away with this.
He knows that too. A veteran, he's been around these parts. He knows, even though maybe he's a rookie by name, not by heart. So I think he'll clean it up. But for Nick, gotta say, it's been just a game of struggling and surviving. Because again, he hasn't got the cards. But we always say when you're one of those upper echelon class players, table awareness is number one. A plus style awareness can always get you in the game, and that's what's happening right now.
Yeah, you got to lock in this situation. Especially when you're playing such a seasoned player, Nick, someone who's won this tournament before, and is showing that table awareness is not going anywhere.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer right there. I'm not surprised by that. +4, that will stop any momentum. Now the question becomes, does he have the last one?
Yeah.
Does he have the last one? That's the key.
Yeah, that is the key. Good control from Nick. Good patience to hold on to that, because I can't imagine he just came up with that card. He probably had it from 20 or even earlier, but he's making good reads on J Money here, able to sense when the best time is, even though he has been very narrowly close to the end multiple times here, but ultimately. And obviously, if he loses on number efficiency, it is what it is. It is what it is. So it's good on him to keep control of that +4, save it for that right moment, which was right there. And now he has a little bit less deficit to work with, but still, J Money in the driver's seat. Here he goes.
Is this gonna triple play to win, or has he got the quad to finally finish it off? That would be insane. Again, insane returns, maybe off that +4. Nope, not a winner.
He got the check call.
Well, now the question becomes is if Nick's got that last +4, does he use it? And more importantly, does he just try to go for it? Because if you go for a blue 8, we've seen with this bot, I have another 8. It's the risk. So let's see if the risk pays off. Well, right now here, Nick gonna probably take a timeout again.
He's gonna think about the best thing to do here. You're walking on eggshells if you're not going to hand him any cards to slow him down.
We'll see. Nick, if he has that final +4, that'll be the key to stalling this game back. If he doesn't, then it's going to be a decision of, okay, I don't have it. Do I go to blue? Do I stay with the green? I'm not sure what the move's going to be here for Nick, but all I do know is right here, he's got a decision to make. And with the card history loading up and the fact that it's winding down, something to keep in mind. He's just going to play it cool. Is this for the win for J Money on a 5 switch, or has he got the green?
Oh, he's got
the green.
Wow.
After, I think, a valiant effort from Nick, Jay finally gets it. Jay, I had a question, but with all the mishaps, man, how do you just try to clean that up? Was that just nerves getting to the best of you, or you talking?
It was the nerves, man. It was crazy. I'm gonna be real. I had 2 times I could have sniped the win, and I flubbed it, and it was on me. And after those 2 times, I was so upset with myself. I was no longer nervous. Like, I'm not. I'm feeling a lot better now. I'm not feeling nervous anymore. I was so mad at myself. I was like, that is such a dumb mistake to make.
Yeah, and I'll go to Nick here, man. Nick, the only reason why you're even in that game for 18 minutes was table awareness. Just wasn't, I think, really, let's face it, if that doesn't happen, just didn't have the hand, most of the series was just fighting tooth and nail from behind. Table awareness saved you a little bit, delayed the inevitable.
Yeah, just outlucked. I mean, nothing you can really do there. It is what it is.
Appreciate that. And, oh, man. Okay. Sorry, I got a bail, says Jay Caesar.
Oh, great.
All right. So Jay's going to take Caesar going to take a bail, so Short's going to ref. You have to ref 12:30?
I
Short?
can. Unless someone else in this
Cody Smart.
Unless someone else in this VC would like to.
Cody Smart, we might have to have you on speed dial. Jay Caesar's got a bail. Anyway, we'll keep it rolling. Red, you told me you weren't reffing.
I don't know. But
You said I had you down as never mind. Anyway,
don't worry about it. God, sorry.
Whatever. We'll get all right. If you want to do, you can. But we'll see. We'll see if Caesar shows up, or maybe he's just throwing his lunch out. Anyway, J Money, your call, buddy. Where are we going here on this game 4? Yeah, I figured. I had a feeling going 1 down. Yeah, we're gonna have an upper tier game here, Short. So it appears. No, you're not doing it yet. We don't know.
Not this game. The next game.
Well, we don't know yet. Jay Caesar.
Yeah. If Caesar can't, Brad versus Geo at about like 20-ish minutes.
Sure, take the call on this one. I'll ask Caesar. Give me a second.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Thunder G3 off and running, and J Money looking to try and go up 3-1 on last year's T1 winner, Nick. And you heard him say it himself. Maybe he's got those jitters out. He's got the nerves out with those mistakes. And again, we talk about it's better to get those mistakes out of the way. Getting those mistakes out of the way in game 3 rather than in a game 7. And a first turn switch. Here we go again. Going over to the monkey yellow 3. Nick gonna also say not so fast. Let's go blue. So trips 3 off the top of the deck here. Yeah, Brad, we'll let you know for sure.
Jay said he'll get back to me, so we're good.
Okay. But we have trips 3 off the top, and now we're rolling in blue. There's the Ed 0 and Jay. Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, now that's we talked about early draws, what that could lead to. Nick gonna potentially play double numbers if he's got it now and try to isolate Jay Money more. Jay's gonna look for the switch right here. Try to just prevent the 3 switch from Nick if he's got a topper. Let's see what he'll do here. But right now you gotta look at that from 2 perspectives here. If you're J Money, see what you get in that draw. Try to force the hand. Nick, try to play double numbers. Let's see.
Right. Here comes.
He's really loading up here. This could be some reverse skip meta at the very end to get out of blue and maybe into maybe a new color, maybe red. Let's see.
Yeah. You can make sure it's clean.
What?
Gotta make sure it's clean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Make sure it's clean under the table right there, as you say.
Yeah. Yeah, because the thing is that you can take as much time as you need to make sure it's clean, within reason, obviously. But just a red switch, though.
All right, he's trying to get Nick off his game. Try to see if Nick maybe had 1 or 2 more blues and undercut him a little bit towards the end.
The very quick Pandoras, card-wise.
And Allen now. Here comes Jay Money. Power play still available. And we've seen he's going light. He's going to go. Well, we saw this meta yesterday with big meta.
Oh
huge
my
meta.
God.
Trips 9. Allen over to Acosta. Back to Nick himself.
A quick circular
it's the classic,
move here.
Yep, it's the classic. Well, that's the Cyclops region, the circular eye, but we're in the night region. I guess these guys have a little bit of spears with circular cords on them. Here comes Jay Money with a triple. Back to red with the reverse skip, man. This time with the double skip. Myth Leah into the fastest. Well, now Nick will have to figure this one out here, Short, because Jay Money's definitely putting the pressure on him now in terms of trying to get him off this game. But Nick will have some answer, surely.
Yeah,
he does. Well, yeah, back-to-back answers. Back-to-back answers on reverse skip. That's the beauty with this bot. You get some skips, I had some reverses. You had some reverses, you get some skips. This is the beauty of it.
Couple haymakers back and forth.
Now, J Money, does he have a haymaker in return? No, just plays it clean. Probably for the better, just to get our hearts down. They both play it clean.
Nick getting close, though, down to 3.
Red zone for Nick. J Money now. Let's see. He'll play it clean. Nick for the possible win with the potential 3-bagger. With the +4 enabler. Noah will play it clean in the Pikachu. Does J Money have a stop right here? He's been known for these defensive stops, but he can't here. Nick looking for check or to close it out to get into a best of 3. Gotta wonder, too, Short, those added extra minutes. How will those extra 10 minutes added with those mistakes play into the series as it goes later? Nick for the close. Taking his time here. Or is he thinking about that power play? He's one of those guys that really not care about saving the power play at all for a winner. He will not use it, but he has to check. So J Money will have a chance to fire on green.
2-2.
Got it. Yep. Draw. Great play. Great save there. Nick, great instinctual save to save the power play. I think, but you have to agree, though, you were probably in your head, I saw the pause, thinking about, should I or shouldn't I? You chose the better option. Talk to me about the haymakers, man, the reverse skips, because that was really the key. If you want to be funny, the lines, do I? Or, anyway, point is, thoughts on the haymakers, the back and forth with the reverse skip meta, as you guys were both throwing punches left and right.
Yeah, a lot of punches thrown back and forth, and you're right. I was contemplating using the power play there just to assure we got to a 2-2 situation, but it worked out regardless. Happy to save the power play in that situation.
Jay, I'll go to you here, but I appreciate the day. The haymakers, man, were clean. Do you think with the switching too, is that just going to be a part of the game plan where, instead of saying plan A is switching, if it starts getting to plan B, I go there? Talk to me a little bit about just the art of light switching in D1 compared to D2 that you've noticed, and what are some things you've noticed maybe from Nick's mentality you're picking up on? Not so much gameplay.
When it comes to switching, I feel like it's a game of it's really a game of confidence. It's a game of confidence in your hand. It's a game of confidence in yourself that you can make a play despite the next card played by your opponent. It was a rough hand dealt, but I think it was a great game, albeit short, and I'm ready for game 5.
Keep it short. Yeah, man, it's it short. All right, that's good. Hey, good transition right there. In the industry. Love it. Anyway, all joking aside, I think he makes a good point. We talk about psychology of this game, color confidence, and trying to know when to be clean with the switches. Lamas and I were talking yesterday when we were doing that Yoshi Pikachu game. The Christian Taigo light switch, Ed Ziemba, those guys of the world. It didn't work last year, but again, and it didn't work yesterday apparently with Allen. But sometimes it can work here. If you look at the board, we're already 41 deep on the switches, combined 20.5. Thoughts on the switching this game as we now enter a best of 3?
Yeah, I mean, it's the light switch is definitely kind of the dominant thing here because the ammo has, at least except for that previous game where J Money had those opportunities wasted and ultimately came up with a win in the end. But yeah, I think the switching has been more of the dominating factor, and that was really the first time where J Money was kind of drawing up blanks a little bit, running out of answers. And I wonder if that maybe is a sign that the mid to low tier may not be his strong suit either, and he would want to be in the high tier. He would still have, not 1+2 yet. Yeah, that is for Nick at least. That is a huge call as well.
But Nick will agree, though.
Yeah.
In the past, no +2s, this is probably a 4-0 sweep. We see with this bot, even if you don't have one ammo card specifically, you can still make magic. And for that, he's within one possession base, or he's actually got more possessions played on J Money, one card play, and he's still in this. I think for Nick, you're taking this as a win. This easily, in any other case, could have been a sweep. The fact that he's in this game, best of 3, that's a win. You got to take that. And for J Money,
Absolutely.
Nerves, man. We talk about when you're a rookie, you're coming into the big show. You got a primetime stream game. You're the first game of any day. There's nerves. It's early in the morning. I think he's got the jitters out. I think we're starting to see more of that crescendo moment, which I haven't talked about a lot, really, at all since last year.
You
But
haven't
that
had that
crescendo
yet.
moment. That crescendo moment is going to start in Game 5, and I think now we're going to see short when that power play comes out, because it's the old question. Do you want the 3-2, or do you burn the power play with the 3-2? It's going to be a lot of questions right here. But first, let's go with Nick. Nick, your call, buddy. Jay Caesar can ref the 12:30, by the way. Red, you're good. 15-12 off the board. What do we got? So we're not going anywhere. We're not touching anything.
Yeah, it's the strong suit for both of them. I would be surprised if J Money picks 15 for game 6. But we'll see what happens.
The only thing I'd say, though, the only thing I will say about anybody, what do I always say about the periodic table? There's an element of surprise. And I still think there could be one element of surprise out there. Because we know if Nick gets to a game 7, we're not seeing 15. We can't see 15. So this would probably be, and if he wins this one, we can't see 4. So 13 would probably be his call. But for J Money, we don't know the call. He could throw a periodic table element of surprise, if I had to guess.
Yeah, element of surprise, but I don't think he's going to go anything lower than like 8.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
No. But yeah, I don't think the element.
I
don't think the surprise is going to be that big a surprise.
You never know, man. Stranger things have happened in this game. You never know. We say one thing and he might do the opposite, right? It's the beauty of a stream game. Sorry about that. I got a pistachio in my mouth. Need a little snack.
Yeah. As Yoshi's in the building watching to see who he's going to play here.
Yeah.
Next round, as he won yesterday. As folks on stream can see the bracket 2-2, Yoshi waiting a winner, and of course, Lara on the other side of this half of the bracket.
Again, it would have been a different story if, let's say, no power plays were burned, maybe. But I think the fact that both power plays are on there, it's 2-2, and Nick's going to have that final call if we get to that game 7. Is something to keep in mind. So Jay will have a guaranteed game. There's a lot of variables that's run through the mind of starts, but in terms of the cards right now, I think we're going to see what will Nick do when he gets that first +2. Because at the end of the day, when you get that first +2, you can get more creative with the hand. And he hasn't had that one last ounce of creativity because he's been lacking that card as we go to the Sanford 6 from the Allen 9. J Money draws, and again, short. J Money drawing early, just like that last game. Nick can run it clean here.
And indeed, and
yeah, he's running. Oh boy.
Yeah, J Money's starting to run out of options, but now we flip to blue, and he might be able to get free here.
Little flex from Nick on J Money's card. And now I think the question's going to become that little flex switch. Does this enable Nick to get back into his grip? Yeah, he's starting to get into that rhythm short. You can see it. Start cueing the Jaws music. He's starting to get into it. And J Money knows this too, but he's also got to be careful. You don't want to just throw something stupid out there and give him an unreserved win. So let's see how he plays this one from the rook. So he's going to go for a little bit of a heater. Yeah, play some heat. Right?
Okay, $sign.
God.
Eli's in the building. Eli. Welcome, Eli.
Hi.
Gonna reset the game here. Oh my goodness.
Ew, disgusting.
That's a nasty quad play.
Wow.
Yeah, nasty
not quite a comeback, but pretty close to it.
Well, we're going back to game basically 3, and there you go. I had a feeling that was coming. Does Jay have the blue though? I think he would. I think he would save something in return. I have a feeling.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, that. Yeah, that will help. There's the llama.
That's a good save there for Jay.
Yeah, that's a good return right there. I think there's going to come a point as Nick can only just run it clean. And I think that's been a story too here. If Jay's going to play the aggressive game, Nick's got to find a way to seemingly go back to blue, I think is going to be the key.
Cool.
Into the yellow one. Into the red one goes Nick. So Nick going to play the aggressive game here with the switching. Does Jay have a potential? Oh! Yeah, he's got the undercut to the Aria green. Nick with the crossover back. We'll find out. No, but he's got
wow.
the answer.
I can't
The
even. You
triple
can't be
play.
surprised by that.
No, we don't know what the return was. At the end of the day, that return could have been lethal. Can Jay get this back with rare zero sugar? No, not going to get the rare zero sugar.
He'll keep rolling though.
They're both going to roll, and it's appear from Ghost. Now, I think, Short, that's going to be the key. We talked about haymakers. If we're going to see monkey do, but Jay gets it back to the cat birthday boy green.
Ooh.
Can Nick find a way? There are options out there. Sure, the +2s are starting to wane, but there are options on this color with reverse skip meta. And I'll go double birthday boy. Double the candles. Double the cake. Half off special into the Mark Evan combo, the Northeast special. Nick now looking to find a little bit more on this green. We talked about the reverse skip meta. He doesn't have it. J Money had pretty much a potential check earlier with that yellow wild. Had it run down, but a +2 threw the wrench in the plans with a double combo. Jay looking to start the train again. Let's see what he's got. He'll go for a double.
Neck at this point, trying to break up a little bit of this deficit with that double.
Lara into Brian. That's part of that reverse skip meta play. That's one of those skips down, and nothing from Nick other than just to play cool, hoping that Jay runs out. Does he get the switch on the 8? No.
Ooh.
So now Nick, all of a sudden, Short, has a little spark in his favor. Does he go for the switch? No. Goes to Thunder, excuse me. But we'll see if J Money can strike back with it. Let's see. He does. He's got the monkey 3. Still 2 possessions, though. What does the yellow bide here? We have plenty of options on yellow. +2s are out there, and reverse skip meta, crucially. Now, I think it's a timeout moment from Nick. He's contemplating if he's got to run for a power play. I think he's also contemplating, is there a move back with ISO? Those are the 2 things I'm looking at.
Pivotal game 5, you never know what could happen here.
Yeah, next he's contemplating. Let's see what it's going to be.
Oh.
No, he's not going to use the power play, but he throws the +4 heater.
Flips the scoreboard on its head.
Scoreboard flipper now. Nick from nowhere to somewhere in the lead by 4, looking to potentially have a red zone drive to the end. Jay's going to... Oh, good call.
Wow.
Good call. Haymakers. Haymakers back and forth. That could have been a good call from Nick. Could have saved the game, and now Jay Money is going to run that +4.
Unless he got that on the return. Could have.
Could have, and that well, this is a good kind of game. I'm gonna ask a lot of questions. So.
Oh yeah, 100%, man.
I ain't gonna get much, but I'm gonna try. I got when these guys don't want to say much, I gotta ask different type of questions. That's the beauty of this.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't want to ask pro art style spirituality. That's a little different, but they're a little bit different. A little different.
So talk to me about the journey through that game.
God. Well, the pantry was fantastic. Anyway, God. We'll see what
Where's
Nick
the parsley?
All right. Oh, not go to Renard. God Almighty, he'll take that parsley and run.
Where's the lamb sauce? Sorry.
Here comes Jay Money now, though. Short. He's going to run now on the Acosta 9. I think this has been a yin-yang game. Both guys have thrown haymakers and punches. Where's it going to land at the end of the day?
Tense moments.
Nick have here? Does he have a potential answer on this yellow? He's going to throw another
What?
plus. Ooh, a topper.
Jesus Christ.
Topper or a fade. And that's going to prevent any sort of momentum, J Money. Again, it's been back and forth, but the only difference now is there's only 1 +4. So who's got that last control of it will be key. Can Jay just get this back to yellow? I mean, that's a weakness for Nick. He's looking, how do I get this back to yellow? And if you're J Money too, do you have any more magic on reverse skip meta? That's been your...
Ooh.
Boys, I am just one of those guys that knows how to read the game. There's the reverse skip meta. Tries to get it back to yellow. It's just too easy, Short.
Gonna
It's
take
just
the
too
lead
easy
there.
No, he's
Or
gonna...
not.
Okay.
Or not.
Well, he's gonna try to play defense and not use the cards as a number card against. I get the move. The only thing is, does Nick come prepared with the reverse skip meta? Opens the door, and I'll open that invitation to the party. Let's see. It's definitely a heater right here from Jay. Trying to think strategically with that Yoshi reverse. We'll see if it's a smart move here, because right now it is a smart move. Great call. He knew that read pretty good.
Chat, do I hear a trip to Draw City starting up?
Not so fast. I think there could be. No, says Eli. What?
Chat.
Yoshi puts the spin cycle right there. Not a surprise. Here comes Nick.
Oh,
Called it. Eli was right. We were right, man. There's no. The invitation was there. You gotta take it. You want to walk through that.
Small.
I read
small
the
turn.
game. I read the game.
Okay.
He was looking for the connection, so it was a small trip.
Now Nick with the advantage here. Now I think at this right here, short. If you're Nick, you're thinking about that power. Down at 2, you're thinking about J Money. Someone's got to have the last +4. If he's got, he's probably going to throw it now. If not, this could be a nice steal. This might be a steal. Uh-oh. Nick for the win. Last +4, called it, and Nick is one away. Yeah, I had a feeling. Nick, I gotta say the turning point was that return, right? Surely that ridiculous +2 sandwich return he did, that trip +2. You were sent back to 18 cards. Talk to me how you had to navigate that. We saw a lot of timeouts, probably multiple times thinking about when to strategically use the +4. Use the +4 on that blue +4, blue 3 after a draw. Not going to ask if you top decked it, but just talk to me through that game on how you stay focused through basically the rubble of the 17, 18 cards.
It was a good back and forth there. Had to make a lot of reads on, what he was going for. Made a good amount of plays to get me on the yellow, but just worked out in my favor. Happy to hold on to the power play still. 1 game away. Just got to keep locked in.
J-Boy, we'll go to you, buddy. Obviously not the result there, but the only thing I will say in that game, it was haymaker, high ammo game. Talk to me through the high ammo and how you have to navigate high ammo versus low ammo to no ammo throughout that game with the switches as well. Just talk to me about the mental process of going through the reads when a low ammo game and a high ammo game, because we've only seen upper tier starts. Thoughts on that?
Just keep it slow. Keep my eyes on the table. Keep my eyes on what I'm drawing, my hand. Figure out the routes that I can take to hopefully victory. I had to play defensively there. I had nothing really to help me gain momentum on offense there. So really was hoping for that last +4. Didn't know Nick had it. So props to Nick. That was a great game. Ready for this last one right here. I'm gonna try and tie it up here.
I appreciate that, man, and we will get that going short. I mean, he said it himself, just didn't have the last +4. We were waiting for it, and Nick finally found it, and that's the difference sometimes, find that last thing. And again, you got to say, the fact that he's been outclassed for sure on Nick on +2s, you don't need that one ammo. Sometimes you just lack one ammo card. But guess what? There's other supplemental things, number efficiency, number switches to make up for the difference, and that's a good example right there. He had him in multiple draw cities, and Jay couldn't respond.
Yeah, to have good success in this league, you have to be well rounded, and you have to learn to be able to come up with success even if you're not leading in every ammo category, because ultimately leading on every ammo category every time is not a sustainable prospect, because you're handed too much down to the luck of the draw. So being able to have those strategies employed and be able to make it work even if you're not leading in every category is a sign that you can have sustaining success in the league.
And we'll get Brad and Gio underway shortly. It's going to be interesting. We're going back to the full set. So Jay Money said, screw it. It's time to go all in here, put the chips on the table.
I'm not surprised by that one.
No, it's time to go all in. This is basically not a Hail Mary, but a big shot at the armor here to try to tie us up in a 7. We'll start it off with, as Brad joins us, him and James Ellison.
I'm grabbing some water real quick.
All right, I'll take this one. Here comes J Money into the blue 6, looking to find a little bit more magic and momentum to get this to a game 7. Nick's had the tables turned on him 4 as we go into Brad, who'll be playing in less than 15 minutes. But he's turning tables back with some good table awareness and pocket awareness as he looks to get this 4-2. Prevent that G7 and keep the streak going with no G7s. One up this time to Andy. We'll see him at the finale right now, the round finale. Now Nick, J Money going to bounce back and forth. We go to a double Brad 2 to begin. Going to that blue 9 from Nick. Into the blue 4 from Jay. Into the lane Sanders from Nick. Going on this blue. Not trying to do too aggressive with the switching. Keeping it clean. Keeping it ice cold blue. As we have more double numbers into the lane Sanders 7, who we'll see at 7 o'clock tonight. Now Nick looking to find a little bit more in the blue. He will. When's the switch? When's that breaking point? We always talk about a game breaking point switch. That's a start of a breaking point. Jay's got nothing. Here comes Nick. He can run it into the nom 4. Does Jay have the switch here? You got to think with the power play out there and the possible lurk of a series, it could be something to keep in mind. J Money loading up. What's it going to be here on this play? Is there a switch reverse skip meta combo to go to a new color? I haven't seen a lot of that yellow too early. Let's see if he tries the yellow early. We saw that early in the game 1-2. Taking his time, loading up. Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah, just a spacing issue.
That's going to work. That's going to work, though.
Yeah, didn't lose that.
That's okay. That won't do anything. That won't do anything to hurt you. Well, don't think Nick's going to do anything silly with a power play, so you're good to play that one. So
Yeah,
Jay will get out of that.
It's too early to go with a power play in this game.
No, it's too early, and he knows it too. He's just going to play it clean.
And I think when he's up 3-2, I don't think he's going to waste it on a defensive action here.
No. And now Nick will have, again, he's been multiple times this series. What has he been doing as we go to the green 7? Just fighting from behind, trying to find some magic. Let's see what Jay will do here. He's going to play it cool. Saw the green earlier. That was, oh, no, I didn't see the green earlier. That's the green 7 fade, I call it. Trying to get the fade going. Jay Caesar has now been summoned, so he'll be at the game. He just took a little of an eclectic break there.
Very eclectic.
G5 into Ridley. Now Nick, we'll see what he can do on the back end. He'll go into the Turner 5. So this is the first thing I will say, Short. They're not trying to... Yep, I was about to say, they're trying to play ISO. We're going to go trips 5. Been a good game so far, about 90 minutes into this thing. There's been a lot of comments of KT streams being less than an hour. Well, we haven't had much to work home about, so this one's definitely over an hour.
Yeah, 117, 118 now.
Here comes Nick. Let's see what he's got. I think something's coming here, sure. I don't think he wants to be undercut a third time, so something's coming here to stop that momentum. Might it be reverse skip matter, just hit him with the plusser. Yep, there's the plusser in the dark into Arya, and now the question becomes, Short. We've seen this moment a lot. The game is reset. How do you respond on a reset? Back to Ghost. Hope Nick's got no red. Nick, though, he's going to come prepared. Yep, of course. He's going to come prepared to the party. It's just how he is and how everyone is. And that could be a turning point, Short, because I thought for sure going to that, he was looking for the ISO, and it didn't work. But Nick's going to free him up into, okay. Says, all right, I'll free you up with a little taco salad. Here comes Jay Money.
A $10 taco salad, that's expensive.
That is expensive. You can make it at home. Anyway, yellow 1. In a Brock. Now we're going to Coach Rogers here. And you can, both guys are starting to run into these colors a little bit more drastically now. Not being afraid to make switches. They know the game's on the line here. +4s have been thrown. A lot of haymakers as we go into the Pikachu 7. Nick, once again, into the 7 card here. He's getting closer to that finish, and J Money's going to have to find a little bit of an answer as we go to Acosta. Jay is here, so we will start the next event. Hold on. I'll be right back. There we go. Oh, Nick with the power play. Is this game? That's got to be game short. That's got to be game. Split ammo for the win. That's game. OP hand says Nick.
Oh,
I don't think he had nothing. Yep. Well, that's going to continue the trade 6 for 6 on the home team winning and puts the rookies now at 0-3, assuming Nick, and it's Nick, he's not going to fumble this. Yeah, just that's can't do nothing there, buddy. And I think though you got to say there's the +4 dark and the Goldie to cap off that half the quad play. Nick looking for the win. Probably a double number or some type of just connector to get it done. Oh my God. That is
Filthy.
That's just nasty, man. That's just nasty. Nasty stuff from Nick. He gets the win. I'll go to JJ. Obviously, you just didn't have enough of the last time didn't have enough, but a lot of mistakes, definitely a lot of building point cleanup for next minute for sure. That game too, something to probably look back on. Maybe the extension of the series didn't help. But your thoughts on playing this game and just not winning today, but how long was the series? Like that all the way. Appreciate that. But just your thoughts on playing this endurance match here and trying to learn from one of the best. Appreciate that. Thoughts on this almost hour series and what you learned today. Go ahead, buddy.
Game 2 I had, or game 3 I had all those mistakes, and I think I played a dang good game in game 4, 5, and 6. Just couldn't get it done. I think it could have been anybody's game. That's just the way Uno is, and I'm ready for the next shot I get. It is what it is. But I've learned a lot, and I think I can come up with some good stuff for the next time I play. I think it's going to be a different game.
Boss?
Oh, sorry, no, you were outclassed today on the +2s, but you got the job done. You found other ways to win, and really, I don't even care about the ammo. I think the thing that really stood out other than tableware, of course, in that game 3, was just able to find the number switches at the right time, using your knowledge on double numbers and calculated switches. Talk me through this win and your thoughts on playing Yoshi. That last game, nothing to write home, just OP hand, as you said.
Yeah, game 6, I mean, that's just nothing. But the other 5 games were all really good. It was a nice back and forth with J Money. You can tell that he's up here for a reason. I have confidence that he's going to do great things up in D1. Just it was just a good back and forth. Excited to be back on the table. Looking forward to playing Yoshi. I know whenever we play, it's usually a classic. It's been a minute since I've been able to play Yoshi, actually, but I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, GG's. Shout out my mom. Her birthday's tomorrow, so
Happy birthday to your mom.
Thank you.
Of course, G.
Boss, you good?
wow, what a match this was. This was a
Yes,
crazy,
yeah. Very
crazy match between Nick and Jay $. But it was Nick once again with the big, big win. And we were all excited to see that.
I'm here.
Yeah, take
Where
it
you
away.
at, bro?
Well, I'm trying to get the next game started. Where's Jay?
Well,
Oh,
here,
boy.
here,
Who's
here,
Jay?
here,
He's
Nick,
here.
Nick,
He's here. J Money is here.
Jay,
right
Jay
here.
Caesar,
Jay
Jay
Money's right
Caesar,
here.
Jay Caesar.
Jay
Caesar.
Caesar. Okay,
Jay
Jay
Caesar.
Caesar, not
Okay,
$.
okay, yeah, okay. I'll say that I don't know if I think I slipped the Nick. Just thoughts on Yoshi next round.
Yeah, Yoshi and I are good friends. It should be a really good matchup. We haven't been able to play in MRE or really anywhere in it feels like almost a year, because I want to say the last time we played was in some other Grimland event. I forget the exact one, but I know he puts up a good fight against whoever. So I'm really looking forward to that matchup.
Yeah, it should be fun.
I
2
will over
versus
too.
7. Yeah.
Yeah, my fault there. I was trying to get the next game started. I tried to join the event, but I can't join the event when I'm in a VC. My fault there.
No,
But regardless,
it's
it was
because it's set to watch 1. That's why.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that's why. Okay. Well, it's been a good game. I think we'll see what Nick will do. We want to go to the bracket real quick, and we'll get us out of here. We'll go to that bracket. It'll be Nick versus Yoshi. Nick will be the home squad. Yoshi now on the road, as he had his one home game, and we'll see if he gets another one down the road. Larry Huo, too, also won in that region. So an interesting region nonetheless. Still, I had no idea on what's going on with Clay, ironically, and no idea what's going on with hockey. We'll keep you guys updated there. But next up is Brad Gio, and then that's it for me till 8. Short's going to take it home for a while. He's got 3 games on the docket today.
Golly.
Again with that. Yeah, you're ready, buddy. It's all you.
Ugh.
Now, welcome to the slate where you got to be ready.
Let's go.
Fired up. But anyway, enjoy it.
Let's go.
Appreciate that, Eli. Happy birthday to Nick's mom. He lights the candle. And that's 2 days in a row, I guess. Someone had a birthday one day before and they won for somebody, or in the case of Captain, yesterday. So something to keep in mind with February and birthdays. Regardless, have a good one. Want to thank Short. Want to thank Jay Caesar for his time here as well, trying to rep the game and doing what he got to do. Have a good one. We'll see you guys at 3. For JT Acosta, as JT looks to get his first win since 2024 and also make his 200th career start in Game 3 as we celebrate Jay Turner, JT, getting in the 200 Star Club. Until then, have a good one. We'll see you around. This has been a presentation of MRE Uno Division 1.